Hey guys, this is Blaine with Stocks for Beer Trading, and I'm looking at some stocks on watch for August the 1st. First one up here is ANAD, looking for follow through over about 150. It had a great breakout on Friday over 130. Alerted the thing in the chat room, and next move would be to push through that 150 spot that it tested on Friday, so I'll be looking for that this week. ZAGG, I'm looking for a push through 9 this week. If it can do that, it definitely has room towards 10 as a possible swing trade. You can kind of see that there. It had one big down candle back in August and kind of formed that resistance spot there right around 9. So if it can bust through 9, I wouldn't be surprised to see it head back towards 10 over the next few days. SRPT still in a long-term uptrend, well, at least from July anyway. Next move would be to break out above 16 and actually close above 16. And if that were the case, I would assume this thing goes higher towards 17 or 18. CVO, I'm watching for a push over about 240. If it can break through 240, it has room to 260 and 280. Just based on previous support levels there, now turned into resistance levels. So those would be my targets if it can actually break through the 240 mark. MDRX, solid run on Friday. Basically watching two options here. Get a quick dip right off the open back towards 12 or 1150, and then for the bounce play. Otherwise, if it opens slightly weak and then goes green, I'll be looking to take it long towards Friday's highs. So obviously your resistance level now is going to be that top of the candle line there from Friday. BYFC, same idea as MDRX, really just lower priced. If it opens relatively weak and then it looks to go green, I'll take it long back towards 260 to hopefully even push towards 3 again. I'm already long this from just under 3 actually, not too many shares, so I'm not too worried about it. But if it does get a nice dip below 2, I'll probably load up again. Basically, this thing has a $10 per share book value and $7 per share cash value. They actually turned a profit in the second quarter, which caused this huge spike on Friday. Nonetheless, those are my options there to play this thing, and if you're not in it, then watch for those, either that morning dip or the perk to go green later on. Finally, SANP. This is the new stock market authority pick. They have ran some pretty great runs in the past, including LEXG and RAYS and SEFE. These guys are not unfamiliar with being able to pull off huge moves. So we're long from about 150. A lot of us in the chat room are anyway. So we're already up quite a bit on it and looking to see if we can get a gap up and push towards 2. Now obviously I will try to be selling this thing off in pieces on the way up so I can try to ride it as long as I can possibly stand it anyway. Nonetheless, if you're not in this thing, I would be watching for dips and then sell pops. So that's the basic idea. There might not be any dips. There wasn't a whole lot on Friday, as you can see, that it pretty much just, once they alerted it, once they announced it that it was actually their pick, they pretty much, it spiked and then just pretty much trailed up the rest of the day. So the dips might only be a couple cents, but that would be their opportunity to buy, in my opinion. So let me show you what they've did in the past. Let's just take a look here at LEXG, and if we scroll back all the way, I have to go back. That's too far. There we go. Okay, so you could see what it did back in November of 2011. Basically 60 cents to 180. That's just a rough estimate of what it could do, because it's previously ran to $10 off of about $1. So, and I mean, this wasn't even their pump. This was just a repump that a couple other little groups picked up on. So if you can imagine what their big groups do, if we pull up raise, I don't know why it's not going back farther than that, but anyway, let me try to pull up raise. There it is. So okay, as you can see, back in October last year, they started pumping this thing around $1.20 or so, and it ran all the way to 240 for a double. So, and they tanked it, and then they pumped it again for, got another move up, and then it finally died off there. The support broke down, and that was a pretty obvious short opportunity there on the support level, and then basically a descending triangle. And if you know that basically lower highs here signal a lot of selling pressure, so once that support level then breaks down, it's going to go lower. So it's a pretty easy short opportunity there. Anyway, back to SANP, just thinking that it might trend up. Hopefully we get a move like this, and then you guys can sell a little bit here, a little bit there, and a little bit more here, and hopefully we'll just make some money on this thing on the way up. That's always the idea. Nonetheless, that's your watch list for October the 1st, and I will see you guys in the chat room.